Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Porter,
And I'm Chris Darla.
and we're so excited to welcome you and are glad you're joining us. It's an exciting time. We're focused on great games, the future of play, and a return to Xbox. And we can't wait to go on this journey with you. This is the Xbox Game Dev Spring Update. It's our moment to pause, to connect, and to look ahead together with game developers. We're here to share what's new, what's changing, and what we're learning across tools, platforms, and programs to help you build great games with Xbox. Today, you'll hear a mix of things: deep dives, practical updates from our teams, and clear takeaways you can use right away. We're building what's next. We're reflecting on recent showcases and looking back to key moments from the Game Developers Conference, which is what we're covering today. So, settle in, tell us what's useful, and let us know what you'd like to see. Now, let's get started with a look back at GDC. To kick us off, here's a Project Helix recap with Chris Charla and Jason Ronald.
And thanks, Annette. Hey, everybody. I'm Chris Charla, and today we've got a really special segment coming up, one of the most exciting things we talked about at GDC. And of course, I'm talking about Project Helix, our next generation console. Helix sparked some huge conversations with the dev community that are really still ongoing. And, we all know when these sort of announcements happen, they typically happen at a big show, at EP.3 in the olden days or other big things. We were really proud to be able to announce Project Helix at GDC direct to developers.
Just see if you could turn this on.
And while lots of people have read news reports and summaries, we're really proud today that we're going to bring you the actual conversation with Jason Ronald, where he introduced Project Helix to the world. So without further ado, allow me to introduce our VP of Next Generation, Jason Ronald, presenting Building with the Future of Xbox at GDC 2026 this past March.
Thank you guys very much. I'm excited to be here this morning and kicking off GDC for Xbox. GDC is one of the most exciting times of the year because it's the time that we as an industry get together and just really share our best practices, what we're learning, the challenges that we're facing. And for those of us on Team Xbox, this is really an opportunity to share how we think about the future of Xbox and how do we build it together with the developers in the room, the developers all around the world, and the community. Gaming's always been in Microsoft's DNA. And it was really funny putting this together because Microsoft Flight Simulator is the oldest franchise in the history of Microsoft. Microsoft Flight Simulator was released in 1982, 3 years before Windows itself had actually been released. And when you go back and you look at the screenshots with the eye-popping resolution of 320 by 200, the fact that you could run this in 64K of RAM, who would have ever thought we would need anything more than this? But to really think about where the industry's come in the last 40 years is nothing but remarkable. And it's really a testament to the creativity of everybody in this room and really pushing the boundaries of technical advancement so that we can continue to build these great immersive worlds that players love to spend their time in. And for 25 of those years, we've had Xbox.
Dang, I feel old,
Xbox
man.
has really been focused on how do we continue
25 years.
to bring people together across generations, bringing iconic franchises and games to players, and making sure that we really celebrate that shared love of play. And as we celebrate 25 years of Xbox, it's really about celebrating the people. It's the teams. I have so many great war stories from people I've worked together with for over the last 20 years of me being at Xbox. The game developers who have put their heart and soul into some of the most iconic franchises you've ever played. The stories that we all have, the memories we have of playing with family members or friends or people who got married because they met together via gaming. There's just a huge opportunity. And then when we really think about it, there's over 5,000 developers currently building games for Xbox today. So as a longtime member of Team Xbox, I just really want to say thank you to everybody here and to all the game developers around the world for sharing your talent, for sharing your creativity, for sharing these epic games that we all know and love, and that's really what's made Xbox special for the last 25 years. And for 25 years, Xbox has redefined how the world plays. From day one, we've challenged ourselves to rethink how games are made, how they're played, how do you actually engage with them, and like creating those memorable experiences for players. And that all started with console. When we released the original Xbox, we designed it to be the premium living room gaming experience. And there was so much innovation in that console that today we just take for granted. But at the time, it was really disruptive. It really challenged a lot of assumptions. It was the first console to ever have a hard drive in it. At the time, it was kind of insane. Why would I put a hard drive in a game console? Also, at the time, it had an Ethernet port. Everybody's still gaming on 56K modems. And if you're old enough to remember what a 56K modem is, kudos, welcome to the club. But it was because we believed this idea of what ultimately came Xbox Live, bringing players together, sharing experiences. And at the time, that was all in the domain of the PC. We'd never seen it in game consoles before.
I don't know what's wrong with the product.
Then you look at the Xbox 360, and that really introduced the HD era to gaming. You know, it was the first console that had an online digital marketplace. Once again, I think everybody remembers Horse Armor. But now it's like part of the lifeblood of the industry, is more opportunities for players to engage with their content and for developers to be successful. It also had Xbox Live deeply integrated into the fabric of the user experience. And this really was what created the Xbox community that many of us know and love today. Then you look at the Xbox One, the first time we ever did a mid-generation console update. With the Xbox One X to usher in 4K gaming into the console market. It was also a major leap forward for backwards compatibility, being able to bring all of your games from prior generations forward with you. And then you even look at the Xbox Series X and S. It was the first time we designed two consoles from day one so that we would have a high premium console for the most demanding players, but then you also had a more affordable entry point, and both consoles were able to play the exact same games. So through our entire generation, through our entire history, we've just really been focused on what do players want to experience, how can we help you as developers be successful on our platform, and that really informs everything that we do today. And that same focus on players has really guided where we're going with our next generation. Last summer, we announced a multi-year, multi-product strategic partnership with AMD to support our next generation of devices. Historically, console and PC technology innovate at different paces. And I think we've all experienced this over the years. I like to point out ray tracing as an example. Ray tracing has always been the holy grail of computer graphics, and it just was not practical for many, many years. But then it started to become real on the PC first. But you didn't really see developers start to adopt it until the current generation of consoles had hardware-accelerated ray tracing support, because you needed to be able to reach the largest audience possible, and it's hard for a developer if you can't count on that large addressable audience. We've done similar things in consoles, such as invention of direct storage with the Xbox Series X and S. You know, one of the biggest problems that we had was memory bandwidth was really constraining what you could do on the development side. So we really leaned into the technology of SSDs. We invented new APIs and new capabilities with direct storage, and then over time we brought them to PC. And so I think one of the fundamental things that we're doing differently with this generation is we're really trying to, as opposed to designing one piece of silicon for an individual device, we're now designing a family of silicon that will work across many different form factors, from your console to a handheld, and the same technologies that we're introducing will also show up in AMD's discrete. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is we're trying to provide one common platform for game developers so that you can design and optimize your games and have confidence that they can run well across a whole spectrum of devices. And last week, we publicly acknowledge we are working on our next generation console, codenamed Project Helix. And the entire design of the console is to usher in the next generation of console gaming by advancing the state of the art and really breaking a lot of these barriers down that I was just talking about. So when we talk about Project Helix is designed to play your Xbox console and PC games, delivering high performance and providing the ultimate player-first experience. We're partnering closely with AMD to define the next generation of rendering and simulation. Project Helix is powered by a custom AMD-based SoC, and it's co-designed for the next generation of DirectX. Project Helix brings intelligence directly into the graphics and compute pipeline, delivering step change functions and gains in efficiency, scale, and visual ambition. And we have great talks throughout this entire week where we're really going into a lot of the depth of the future of DirectX. Beyond the SoC, it also includes an order of magnitude increase in ray tracing performance and capability beyond what's currently possible with the Xbox Series X and S. It also unlocks GPU-directed work graph execution, eliminating CPU bottlenecks, meaning the GPU can actually generate its own workloads in real time, delivering a massive uplift in performance and enabling massive real-time simulations in large, complex worlds using runtime-generated geometry and large-scale interactive worlds that players actually want to engage with. The other thing when we think about this is Project Helix is really designed for the next generation of neural-assisted rendering. We've reached some of the limitations of what's possible with traditional rendering techniques. And if we want to continue to advance the state of the art, we have to invent brand new technology. And the key part of that is how we're integrating AMD FSR, the next version of AMD FSR, into Project Helix and into the Xbox Game Development Kit. And this is really designed for that next generation of neural rendering techniques, whether that's neural materials, whether that's generated images, or even if you think about things like the latest ML-based upscaling techniques or super resolution techniques. You think about brand new ML-based multi-frame generation. And there's even new capabilities such as a brand new ray regeneration technique that's really designed to deliver high performance ray tracing for both real-time ray tracing and path tracing. Another area that we're really focused on with Project Helix is what we call deep texture compression. I think if you look across the industry right now, and if you look at the massive increases in storage prices and memory prices, if we want to continue to push the boundaries, we also need to invent brand new techniques that allows us to leverage the hardware in much more efficient ways while still making gaming accessible. And I think this is a responsibility and really a call to action across the entire industry. There's a ton of work that we can do on the hardware side. There's a ton of work that we can do on the software side, but it's also about how you take advantage of this as developers. And so when we talk about deep texture compression, that includes the latest neural texture compression techniques, but we're also leaning in very heavily into Z standard as well. So that'll be able to stream assets directly off of the storage drive and be much more sensitive in how you're actually using memory because you can actually stream it directly off of the SD itself. And I'm excited to share that we are going to send alpha versions of Project Helix to developers starting in 2027. And we're already on this next generation.
Bro, this is why I'm getting into game development, bro. Going to school for it. I want to be a dev and get those dev kits, bro. Get the console early, bro.
And we'll have so much more to talk about Project Helix over the coming months. Now let's pivot a little bit and talk about the future of play. Not only has technology fundamentally changed, but player behaviors have also changed. The days of people defining themselves as I'm a console gamer, or I'm a PC gamer, or I'm a mobile gamer don't really exist anymore. The biggest games in the world play across many different screens, whether that's your console, whether that's your PC, maybe it's on your smartphone or VR, or even being able to stream from the cloud down directly to a smart TV. The biggest games are playable across multiple screens, and the most engaged gamers play across multiple devices. So we've really had to rethink, like, how do we build an ecosystem? How do we build hardware? How do we build a development tool in a world where players are going to play across multiple different devices? Also, I think many of us in this room, we've loved this hobby for many years, and we built libraries across many different storefronts. I have my, the games that I bought from Xbox. I have games that I have access to via a Game Pass subscription. I also have games that I purchased in other leading storefronts. And as a player, I want to remove those barriers. My library is my library. These are my games. These are the things that I have these treasured memories around. So why should I have to go between different user interfaces or pick up this device to play that game? We want to break down the artificial barriers that exist between PC and console games because that's what players are asking for. Modern players grew up in a very different world. They don't think about the world in such as this game should only run on this device. They grew up in a world where their media is available on any screen. And we as the game industry need to move towards that model. And we as Xbox have to design and build the platform that makes that easy not only for players, but also for developers. And then the last thing is we really look at how players play now. It really has to be deeply personal to me as a player. We all love video games. I guarantee if I pulled everybody in this room, we all play very different video games. Sometimes I'm feeling like in an ultra competitive mode and I really want to go in and, worry about my KD ratio and am I like growing my on the leaderboard. Sometimes I want something cozy and creative. So even myself, my moods change, my tastes change. And then if I'm in the game, say we're all playing the same game, we might play it fundamentally differently. I might choose to be a tank. You might choose to be a healer. I might want to be a sniper. You may love the passion of a close quarter combat with a shotgun. The reality is when you look at the next generation of players, what's deeply important to them is that they can find their next favorite game and they can see themselves in the worlds that you create.
I kind of want to fast forward because I've already seen
with
this.
The history of the Xbox. This is really informing how we think about the future of play.
I have to get it working on the extra camera.
As a platform for developers to more directly integrate it into your pipelines. Because ultimately our North Star is we want to make sure that we're getting players into the fun as quickly as possible. Another lot of work to really deliver a consistent experience. So it feels very familiar and it feels very distinctly Xbox, no matter where you actually are choosing to play. Because as a player, if I choose to move between screens, I shouldn't have to learn new user player is fundamentally transformed how and when I play games. It just gives me that many more opportunities to engage with the art form that I know and love, and it's my preferred form of entertainment. And then also we have a lot of innovation coming in the accessories space. In a world where players play across multiple different devices, you have to be able to have your controller move across screens with you. The controller is also the physical connection between a player and the games that you create. So how can we drive deeper immersion and higher fidelity into that experience while players choose to play across any screen that they choose to? But ultimately, it's all founded in incredible games. Everything that we do at the platform layer is in service to you as developers and in service to the games that you create. We have an incredible lineup of games coming out later this year. Some of our most iconic first-party franchises are returning this year. But we also have incredible games coming from the biggest publishers in the world to some of the most innovative, creative ideas from the independent development community. So everything that we do at Xbox is in service of the games that you build. And ultimately, we want to design and build this platform together with you. And with that, I just really want to say from my heart, thank you to developers all around the world. Thank you to all the developers here in San Francisco for GDC. We couldn't do this without you. We are only successful if you are successful on our platform. And we need your feedback to make sure that we're designing and building the platform for the next generation of players and developers.
Wow, that was a
Yeah.
fantastic
Gotta go
session.
do it
It
through the
is
what's it
always
called?
cool to see just the moment these
What up, bitch?
announcements come into the world. Thanks to everybody for watching this important update from Jason at GDC. We're super excited to hear more from you about what you think about Project Helix, and we can't wait to share more details about the next generation of Xbox in the future. Please stay tuned. So up next, we're going to go over to Travis Bradshaw, a veteran dev who was a lead programmer at id. He actually led QuakeCon for many years, and he is one of the coolest, smartest people
Glitch,
at
what's up,
Xbox.
Glitch?
Today,
What up?
he's leading our Xbox developer onboarding team, among a bunch of other stuff. So take it away, Travis.
Thanks, Chris. It's great to be here. Chris and Jason just walked you through Project Helix updates. I want to focus on the developer tools they mentioned. What we're shipping to make Xbox a faster, simpler place to build. 3 threads, making it easier to build, getting your game on every screen players are using, and backing it with services that take work off your plate. Let's get into it. First, onboard. If you looked at becoming an Xbox developer a few years ago, you know what that used to mean. Weeks of waiting, paperwork, NDAs, approvals, real momentum killer. We've heard that feedback, we've been investing heavily, and here's where it stands today. 30 minutes to a working dev environment. Not weeks, 30 minutes. We actually completed a speed run of the whole thing, sign up to a build running in the Xbox app in under an hour. 3 things made that possible. Onboarding is now modular. Each step unlocks capabilities for the developer independently, so you can start building before the full approval lands. Agreements are now automated, over 90% less handling time, no waiting on someone in an office. And the big one, the game development documentation are public. No NDA, no permission gate. Open a terminal, run win-get install Microsoft Gaming GDK, and you're building. The trajectory is clear, from weeks to 30 days to under an hour. The distance between I'm curious about shipping a game on Xbox and I'm building on Xbox has never been shorter. If you haven't shipped on Xbox before, gamedev.microsoft.com is your front door. Now let's talk about backend services. At GDC, we announced Foundation Mode for PlayFab. Every Xbox developer gets PlayFab's core game services cross-platform at no additional cost. No Azure subscription needed, no payment instrument, no monthly bills, all included in your Xbox platform agreement. Foundation Mode covers 7 services, but you can think about them in 3 groups. Identity and social is a unified player identity across Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Steam, Epic, and mobile, plus friends, groups, leaderboards, and chat. Multiplayer and saves, cross-platform game saves, matchmaking, and multiplayer networking on Azure's global infrastructure. And finally, live game operations, which has your economy, live ops game management, and telemetry streaming from every platform you ship on. And here's the practical part. You don't have to wait until launch. The moment you commit to shipping on Xbox, you can start building with all of this. Foundation Mode is in public preview right now. Go to gamedev.microsoft.com for everything you need to get started. Next, where your game actually runs, because that picture is getting wider every year. We talked about this at GDC. Xbox started as a single console, and today, it's at the center of a much wider environment. Windows desktops, laptops, handhelds, and more. The data backs up why this matters. More than half of players move between devices. And games that support Xbox Play Anywhere see over 2 times the play hours of games that don't. Players want to start your game on the couch and then keep going on the go. And the surface keeps growing. The Xbox experience is now available on ARM-based Windows 11 devices.
Internet.
Every new device class that joins the Windows family.
We talking about birthright generation. The generation name of birth.
Extends reach mode, which Jason mentioned. Players choose between the Xbox experience and the classic Windows experience whenever they want. On handhelds, Xbox mode even frees up extra memory for your game to run. Now, wider reach is only useful if it doesn't multiply your development cost. So we've been investing on the workflow side.
That's the internet generation.
Xbox PC remote tools are in public preview. If you've ever burned hours setting up remote Windows test devices, fighting firewall configs, or copying full builds across the network just to test on a handheld, this is the work we've been doing to remove that friction. The Xbox PC remote tools include 4 components. Xbox PC Toolbox lets you securely provision and pair remote Windows devices in minutes. No more manual setup. Xbox PC Remote Debugger is a Visual Studio extension on the public Visual Studio Marketplace. Hit F5 to deploy, launch, and attach to a remote device. The Union for DirectX.
Thank you, Travis. I'm Sean Hargreaves. I lead the DirectX team, and I am here to talk about everything that's going on in the world of DirectX. So I'm going to look backwards a little bit to some features that we've released over the last year, and then spend most of this time looking forward to what's coming up in the world of DirectX. So looking backwards, over the course of 2025, we've shipped a number of big features and some smaller features. Many of those things have gone out through releases of the DirectX 12 Agility SDK. We've included things such as Tiled Resource Tier 4, which enables more efficient resource management. A couple of big features in ray tracing, opacity micromaps and shader execution reordering enable higher quality, more detailed ray tracing for things like foliage that were previously very expensive. We also released the high-level shader language, Shader Model 6.9, supporting those features with a bunch of other new things in the shader compiler. We've been doing a bunch of work on tooling, releasing 6 different versions of PIX over the course of the year. We released Direct Storage 1.3, which improves asset streaming for high-performance loading in games, and an early version of Advanced Shader Delivery, which I'm going to talk more about later in a looking forward section. I'm not going to go into details of everything on this list here, but at the end of this section, I'm going to share a link to the team blog where you can learn more if you're interested in details of any of this work that the team's been doing. Mostly, though, I'm excited to look forward to what's coming up in the world of DirectX. And the team is working on a whole bunch of things that you can really kind of focus in 5 big pushes around areas that we see as being very important to improving the quality of gaming across Windows and also on Xbox, which is also powered by DirectX. And I'm going to go through each of these topics separately and talk about the work we're doing towards improving each of them. So the first big area is machine learning. What does that mean for the rendering pipeline? And when I say machine learning in rendering, I'm not talking about like large language models and generative AI, although there are also lots of interesting things going on there. I'm really talking about like small models that do very specific things integrated tightly into the conventional rendering of a 3D frame in a game. And so some of the things that we've seen already
across the Xbox ecosystem. Today, you've heard a bit about where Xbox is going. Xbox available across devices, designed to meet players wherever they choose to play. And you've heard about the great investments we're making to help developers build great games and deliver them across more devices. Now I want to talk a little bit about what comes next, after build, and how the Xbox Marketplace is evolving to help your games find their audience and grow. So let's jump in. Here's a data insight that sets us all up. When we made it possible to browse and buy Xbox content on mobile, we saw increased revenue per player and growth in our transactions per player. What that means is that this player demand was already there. Players want to act on their interest. And by giving them that ability on their mobile device, which travels with them,
TZ, what up?
we at Xbox made it easier.
Yeah,
For developers, this means every game on Xbox has a storefront presence on every device a player owns, without building anything extra. Your game is already there. This is what the future of play looks like on the commerce side. Players are no longer tied to one screen anymore. And store for all of us across industries is no longer a destination.
We already know this stuff.
It comes to us, it travels, it's ambient. And this is why our gaming platform needs to meet those players wherever they are. The way we think about it is there are 2 sides that need to work together. Give developers better tools to get their games in front of the promotion using the self-serve tools we just talked about. Players see it.
Developers told their stories through engaging table topics, jammed out with a live DJ, picked up swag, and so much more. Now, please enjoy a few words from our community leads and a message from Team Xbox.
We've been doing this for years. I think probably since 2017, some variation of this event. And I think it's really important.
Yeah. He's working at it. Yeah.
The space that we created today is especially important to continue telling the stories of the people that are playing the game. And we are here to do that and make the connection so that everyone's stories and games can be played.
So the fact that we even have this in the first place is incredibly meaningful. It's like one step of like, hey, we want you here. You're at the table. And so having it build up for us to be able to have a presence, and then also that we're building a culture that is thinking globally, that we're thinking of our players in a global sense, and we're looking forward.
I love spaces like the G4E Lounge because it's got everybody here. Seeing people that are within your community, but you're also seeing people that are in other communities. You get to talk to them, learn a little bit about them, maybe learn something you didn't know before.
This is an inclusive space for people. Everybody's welcome. They're going to have a place of belonging, and they can see themselves not only in just the games, but in our companies.
For an individual who wants to be a developer, they can aspire to go to a company that recognizes that if they've got a need or if they're part of a niche group, that they're not by themselves. That's what this community space is about, to be supportive of each other.
Getting into veterans in gaming is to make sure that our veterans feel seen, valued, and heard, and they have opportunities for professional development and growth, but along with the process that they go through to get jobs here in this gaming industry, or any industry for that matter.
Biggest takeaways that people have is that they are part of a much bigger entity, not even just in gaming, not even just in tech, but also just being part of a community that actually supports them.
I think the one thing I want people to get out of the experience in the G4E community today is to know that they're not alone and that together we thrive stronger than if we're alone.
To me personally, Black Gaming Network means I get to have a real impact in an industry that I care deeply about, and I get to connect people with opportunities and experiences that I've had the privilege to experience myself.
Microsoft, as large as it is a home for a lot of people. And at the end of the day, even though we work in different industries or doing different things or touching different parts of the business, we're really one community, one family almost, and we're all just trying to make things better for people who come after us.
All we want is you to be your best self. So come as you are, speak how you want, just show up, have fun, and be a good person.
So we can foster connections, we can help instill inspiration in a future generation, and we can be here and know that we're not on our own.
This is the best event ever. I got to meet people that represent who I am, the community I want to be a part of, and it changed my life. So I come here every year, and that's why I want to come back every year to support the people here.
We're excited to deepen our relationship with game creators around the world and help them reach new audiences and learn from each other.
Innovation, craftsmanship, and performance remain a priority for us to this
I can't
day.
even lie. This event was
We love to
born.
explore new and original ideas. With a little bit of pressure and creativity, something interesting is created that wasn't there before.
At Xbox, we're just incredibly lucky to work with so many creative teams across the industry.
This is a passion project for all of us here.
Oh, I can't wait for Fable.
マイクロソフトの最先端クラウドテクノロジーとその未知なる構想への挑戦がようやく可能となりました。
Kojima.
It's handcrafted entertainment full of love, made for real people, by real people, which is amazing.
Across everything we did at GDC, a few themes came through consistently. First, helping developers build for what's next with confidence, through tooling, guidance, and a platform that scales with their ambition. Second, enable teams to reach players across devices and playstyles, with experiences that feel coherent and high quality. Third, reduce friction so developers can iterate faster, from onboarding to production to launch. The headline coming out of GDC
enjoy. But hopefully moments like this can give us space to pause for a second, reflect, and move forward together. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you can take what's useful, revisit what matters, explore the resources that are linked alongside this session. We really hope you enjoyed what we shared today, and we hope to see you again soon. Take it easy, everybody.
It's done. Only cool shit. What they was talking about was the dev kits, bro. But everything else, this was. Mm, mm, mm. Bro, I woke up early for this shit. I woke up early for this shit. Then they didn't have a upcoming, upcoming stream link prepared. They just shadow dropped this shit. You feel me? Like had niggas up early in the morning looking for these links. Yeah. Yeah, this event, it was a waste. Cause like why would y'all bring back a conversation from GDC, which was months ago? Like, bro, that video is still there on GDC, bro. Like, we don't need a recap. We could go back and watch it. We want to hear about some new shit, bro. Yeah. This shit was a waste. Yeah. Bro, that shit was like an hour and 30 minutes. I skipped through it though. You feel me? Cause I was bro. Yeah, boy with the beard was just sitting there talking about shit, bro. I'm thinking they was gonna talk about the price decrease. You know, Asher Sharma is dropping the prices. She's lowering the prices for the Xbox consoles, bro. So they didn't even talk about that. Like, bro, missing key shit in these damn events, bro. Like, Xbox is fucking up, boy. Yeah, I woke up early because usually they will put out a link like maybe like 2 days before the event, like on YouTube. It'll say upcoming stream, but they didn't do nothing. Like, I was watching other people stream that was getting ready for this event, and they couldn't even find the stream nowhere, the stream link. Luckily, when I went live, started the show, my ass was still looking for the link, and I found that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got super happy because, bro, they're supposed to be talking about some shit on here, but they were just doing like recaps and shit, man. Xbox, gotta get it together, Xbox. Yeah, but I get it. They probably saving shit for games, Summer Game Fest, which is next month, and then the fall. Like, I mean, that's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for this. They and you know, well now I'm finna play mixtape. It ain't. Yeah, Keezy. Oh shit. For, oh wow. So the mic on the camera is not working, or yeah. So the mic is not working. Why are there two boxes? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get it. Well, you gotta turn on the audio thing for the camera. You gotta turn on audio. Mm. Yeah, mixtape. They said mixtape is almost at 100, like percent good reviews, bro. They saying that shit going crazy right now. I pre-downloaded it last night, even though like once you go to the store from the console, it just said play. They won't let you download it. HBO, yeah. No, next month we'll see. With the first week of June, we're gonna see a lot. It's gonna be a lot of stuff, bro. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, we gonna have to be up early as shit, bro. Covering this shit, bro. Early. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but this summer game fest shit, this is this is the summer game fest and Gamescom is gonna be crazy, bro. Like this shit's gonna be crazy. Well, no, it's gonna be a bunch of stuff that we. It's gonna be new stuff. It's gonna be 100% new stuff. Yeah. Nah, bro. Bro. This shit, this shit, this shit finna be a whole week from Sunday to Sunday, bro. Like Sunday really is not big shit, but it's like a few events kicking off. You know what I'm saying? So what I be doing, I go out and game hunt on that Sunday. Like I will cover like some events, and then I leave the house and go game hunt. Felicia seen it last year. Covered the Sunday's event, and then we went to the game store that we always go to. I think I picked up. I picked up what you call it. That's where I got Jet Set Radio and Sega the Sega GT shit. Yeah, and I copped the shirt and shit. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I do. Like I've been doing me and Joker, God rest his soul. That was a ritual for me and him because at the time we wasn't streaming, we just had the podcast going. So we would watch E3 and pod about it, you know what I'm saying, about what we seen and shit. And so I want to keep this tradition going, man. Yeah, shout out to Joker, man. God rest his soul. I'm gonna carry this nerd case shit, brother. I'm gonna carry this nerd case. Yeah, I'm gonna carry this nerd case shit, Brody. Yeah. Me and him was a dual dynamic. It was the dynamic between me and him, because he's like, he's a Spanish kid, and he's a little more problem. I was the hood guy playing all these RPGs and stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? And it was a cool dynamic. Like he the one to wake up early in the morning on stream. Like when we used to do our stream early in the morning and shit. That's why I'm trying to like get you used to it, to not stream but the podcast. So that's why I'm trying to get you used to being up in the morning doing the morning show and shit like that. And then bro would be drinking like his yeah. Yeah, bro would be drinking a protein shake early in the morning. Me, I'm the savage one that's on the liquor early in the morning while we potting. It was cool, man. It was a cool dynamic, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, early in the morning. Yeah, I should be on the rim brim early in the morning, but we like, oh yeah. This how I got the PSP too. Like I think it was like 2018, right? That Sunday of the first day of E3 opening, E3 opening day Sunday. That's where I found my Vita. I went on offer up, and I met up with somebody on there and got this bad boy, which is going for like 2,000 right now. I got this bad boy for $40, man, and it still works, man. Perfect. Yeah, you see it? It still works perfect. I play God of War. I play everything on this bad boy. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, this thing still hold weight, bro. Like it's come in handy, especially because I travel a lot. So having on my handhelds with me, like is well, that's the thing about PlayStation. They always bring out devices and they just like stop caring about them. Google is the same. Bro, have you heard of Google Stadia? What, Google Stadia? Bro, I bought one and Google sent me one for free. And they just sent me one for free. Like I never opened it or nothing. So I'm using one and appreciate it. Yeah, the the Google what was that shit? The dongle that you plug in the back of the TV. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it with them, it just they Google with them, they stopped caring about this shit too. Like, bro, I think it was a good thing they had going, but it was ahead of its time. Cause look, Xbox is doing cloud play now, and then PlayStation is doing cloud play now. So Google said, I remember watching this shit at E3. Nah, not like this. Remember, this was dedicated. Not this was a dedicated cloud thing. You know what I'm saying? Remember, remember Xbox was e.org, you know what I'm saying? But Google Stadia, dedicated cloud, bro. And yeah, but that shit, I ain't gonna lie, Xbox shit it wasn't that great though. Like it wasn't that good though. I ain't gonna lie, Google Stadia, I actually completed like full games on that shit, and I loved it, bro. Like yeah, yeah. So I I finished the Laura Croft Tomb Raider shit, not the one where you gotta build your damn, you gotta craft. Crap. Nah, I hated that one. The one you had to craft your bows and shit. I hated that shit. But the other one, what you had the things that you climb with, you could fight with them shits. I finished that shit. That shit was good. That was a good game. That was a yeah. Nah, bro. I remember one morning, bro. I already knew that they said they was like thinking about canceling the shit. And then I remember I'm opening a new studio in Overtown, bro. I'm coming from like Broward. I went and bought like TVs and shit. And I just see like Google Stadia said, like they sent me a message saying they closing this shit down, and it, and they refunded me on my bread. I just seen all my bread coming back to my bank account for all the games I bought for that shit, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I was so sad, bro, cause that shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanted to try it, but after Stadia, I kind of like, yeah,
You should be able to hear me now.
Bro, I remember when I first seen fucking Stadia, bro. It was the last E3. This is when they announced the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X, bro.
Yeah.
And here come Google, bro. Like, I was with Joker. We was watching the shit. I was like, Joker, bro, I'm buying that shit when it come out. Cause at the time, like, I bought it like when the first day it dropped.
Yeah.
And I seen them graphics. It was next gen. I was like, well, I'm not worried about getting a PS5. If I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm not worried about buying a PS5 if this shit is that good with the graphics, bro. I'm cool with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting the PS5 anyways and shit. And yeah, bro, like bro, when they showed that shit at E3, dog, I went crazy, bro. Like I was telling Joker, man, I'm getting that, man. And he was like, man, you gonna buy that? I was like, hell yeah, I'm finna buy that shit, bro. You know, I remember I bought that shit, bro. Like the controller felt so good too, man. The controller felt like just smooth, and even the analog sticks, everything felt just perfect in your hand with the Stadia controller, man. Yeah. But shout out to Google, man. Google, y'all need to like have faith in what y'all putting out, man. Y'all just let shit go, man.
Nah, I
so
think they
soon.
noticed that they was probably moving too fast. But I ain't gonna lie, I was like reading Reddit, and Reddit was like, they purposely downgrade your graphics because you don't have the membership.
Oh no, well, it's not downgrading. It's like you get 4K if you get the higher plan. I remember I bought the highest plan, so
that's
I
what I'm
wanted to
saying.
experience like
That's what I'm saying, like
ray tracing and all that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like without you paying for the membership, even if you could have the best internet connection in the world, you're not gonna get the high quality unless you pay for the plan.
Yeah, I paid for the highest plan, the highest tier.
People was low-key chewing them up about that, but I was like, the basic, what's wrong with nothing was wrong with the basic neither though. Like the game still ran. The game still ran and they functioned well. There was no real I didn't feel any real delay. Like
I ain't gonna lie, I had no complaints. Oh, it did. One, it just the connectivity. It just didn't. Sometimes it didn't hold. You know what I'm saying? It would go offline and come back on.
I was like, hold on, bro. Like what? Like I don't know. I didn't have too much of a problem. Like like some of the games that require high graphic. I mean, like that required it. Did have a small delay, but it was like a millisecond, bro. It wasn't like a massive ass, you know what I'm saying, delay. Like it was just
bro.
Slight. So,
I remember I was playing 2K on that shit. 2K21. That was the year. Yeah, 2020, 21. So I remember I was at my dad's other living room. My dad came in there. He like, oh man, I ain't know basketball was on right now. I like, no, Dad, this a game. He like, what? That's a game?
It's a game.
He like, damn, why it look so real like that?
Yeah.
I like, yeah. He like, that's a game. I like,
it was good though.
It's a video game. Yeah.
And I was at Twins' house. I was at Twin house using Google State over there, and they was looking at me crazy like, you don't got no system. How you playing this right now? I said, bro, this is Google Stadia. You don't need a console. You don't need it. You got Google Stadia.
Yeah.
Like, because I was showing them like all the other third-party cloud services you can find online, but you have to show proof that you own the games in some type of library from PlayStation to Xbox. With Google Stadia, you can gain accesses to licenses for this stuff to play independently without you having to claim that you bought it somewhere else. Oh, that was pretty dope.
Yeah. So on to other news, man. Mixtape. Bro, I installed it, but I didn't play it yet. I installed it last night from my phone to console.
Play it.
I looked at the damn. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play it, and I think me and you gonna do we're gonna do Discord today, so you could be on Discord. You know, I do want your feedback on this too. You know what I'm saying? Like on the game, how everything, man. I'm excited because they got some good bands, man. They got The Cure on the soundtrack, Smashing Pumpkins. They got a lot of good rock bands on this music for the music for the soundtrack. So I'm excited to dig into this game today. Yeah, which we're gonna get to right after this. Yo, I a lot. Keezy, I got this as game of the year, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
At the Game Awards in December. Mixtape. I got this as game of the year, man. Yeah, definitely. I got it as game of I definitely could see this being game of the year.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. If that's not H-Field, like either one of those, either one.
H-Field, but if H-Field come out around like November,
Maybe.
December, it won't be at Game Awards this year. It'll be at Game Awards next year.
Man, hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie, but H-Field look. I ain't gonna lie. I just can't like H-Field been on my mind, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It been on my fucking mind. Like mixtape look great because I think mixtape has it has the right sceneries for the type of game it is. You know what I'm saying? So and then H-Field, it has a lot of dynamic to it. So it's just like, I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. H-Field brought that nostalgic out of me because of Bully. So it's just like, man, I do enjoy Bully.
I'm gonna play the game with all the music playing, but once YouTube flag it, I'm just gonna have AI edit out the music that's flagged. You know, but I'm gonna take a toast, man, right now to our third episode.
A lot of
you know
game
what I'm
music
saying?
don't get flagged like that unless it's like already been released outside of it.
Nah, I know this shit is because it's big bands and this shit like The Cure and Smashing Pumpkins. Hey, Keezy, man, hey, toast up, brother, to the third episode. You feel me? Woo! Ric Flair. Damn. That shit definitely woke me up.
Dizzy.
What's up, May? What's good? What's bracking?
I'm good. I downloaded Destiny on my phone.
What game you got? What you playing?
The Destiny Rising.
Destiny Rising.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, cool. Matter of fact, hey, is that shit cross? Is it crossplay?
Destiny Rising is a mobile
like
only.
a story.
Oh, mobile only. Oh, okay. Because I have Destiny 2.
It's still Destiny 2. It's still Destiny 2. This the mobile version, and it's not like how Stadia had it where you could play the actual Destiny, the actual full Destiny 2.
And I got a
What's good, Whoa? Shout out to Whoa back there. What's good, Whoa? What up?
You don't gotta do nothing. Just connect. Oh, just turn the Bluetooth on.
I told him I got a controller that goes with it.
Tell Brody I said what's up. Brody behind you. Tell him I said what's bracking. Oh, what up? Yeah, so we're gonna get into mixtape like in the comments. Oh, okay. Shit, we gotta have you on the show tomorrow morning, bro.
Yeah,
I thought it was Friday.
I told you.
I thought it was Friday.
Don't worry, I'm gonna just send the link over so you can get on.
Bro, you don't got no camera.
No, he can use his phone. He got the phone.
PC first.
I gotta get my information. My information.
No, I'm just sending it to your email, and you just join.
I gotta change my password.
To what?
My Twitch.
That's not. Whoa, I'm not.
No. We on Restream. Restream. Yeah, Restream. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, but do that still. Cause
go on the internet and make your Restream account.
No. Tell him to fix his Twitch too. Cause is he monetized yet on there?
No.
Okay, we're gonna help, bro. We're gonna push him. We're gonna help him get monetized. We're gonna push him.
Yeah, we were supposed to have TJ here today, but we're.
Nah, yeah. When bro get off, we back at it, man. Do y'all want to do like an afternoon show when he get off, like a?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we can catch Junior up to speed on what happened with Xbox today, which was a bust. Yeah. But yeah, man. I'm excited about I'm trying to be patient and wait out the rest of May, cause bro, the first week of June, Keezy, Game Fest, bro. I'm gonna be hitting your jack early in the morning, making sure you up, bro.
Hey, listen, I might be already up, but still call me. Still call me.
Yeah, but
Every
you know what's
time, man.
crazy? The stealth shit that Nintendo did yesterday. You know they don't do events at night like that, like in the evening, like afternoon time like that. Nintendo do this shit early in the morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning. So that was surprising to me that they stealth dropped some shit late in the evening
I
like
think
that,
they
bro.
only did that because they try to make sure nobody don't miss out on what they were trying to show us.
Bro, it's luckily that I went on shout out to Mela Bunny. Shout out to Mela Bunny, bro. I checked her story, bro, on Instagram while we was live on stream, and once I seen that, that's why I said, "Hey, man, we gotta pause this shit and come back to it, cause nigga, Nintendo just dropped a direct for fucking Star Fox. We gotta watch this, bro." Yeah, shout out to Mela Bunny out there, man. She's a dope Smash Bros player. Mario Kart World. She plays that new shit Tamagotchi. I haven't seen her play Animal Crossing. She plays Mario Kart. She's like a Mario gamer, you know, Nintendo gamer. So shout to Mela Bunny out there, man. Shout to Mela Bunny. Yeah. I seen that shit on her story, man. I was like, oh shit. Oh, that wasn't nothing but some vodka. You know what I'm saying? That was just some vodka that, you know, I had to toast up to Keezy, because this our third episode of In Gaming We Trust, you know. Ain't nothing but some vodka.
Some exclusive.
Yeah. I just took a little shot like it was some sake. Yes.
Once again, that's why I be telling you, stop and through that every time.
Yeah, my fucking internet tripping.
Yeah, my shit did it too, bro.
Yeah, it's about to storm. So that shit happens when it's about to storm. It's supposed to be raining like for a few days straight out here.
What?
I was gonna be some bullshit.
But turn the beach going first. Yeah.
Hey, and shout out to Hamaguchi over there at Square Enix. He said the third chapter of Final Fantasy VII is coming, bro. This is gonna be the last one too.
Hey, I think Final Fantasy Online is free now. Free to play.
On what console? What console?
I think it should be on. Final Fantasy on all platforms.
Nah, check it. Check that though. Make sure you check that. Check that.
Yeah, because I kept seeing it. Like on. I seen it on YouTube. I seen it on like a couple.
Shit, if that shit free, I'm definitely playing that.
I seen it on my anime website. I be watching my anime. Oh yeah, man. Y'all watch anime? Y'all want to know about some shows to watch? I got some shows for y'all to watch, man. But yeah, on my anime website that I be watching it on, I seen they were saying like free to play. So I'm like, what?
Nah, it's not free. It's not free. It's a free trial. You get a free trial, but it's not free.
Now I know about the 1 month free trial for PSN users. But
no, it's just a free trial. Yeah, it's just they call it a generous free trial, but it's not free. Yeah, it's definitely not free to play. Yeah, you have to buy it, and then yeah, it's just a free trial. Yeah.
What?
But to 7, it might be in DLC form. Part 3, as long as they're a fandom possible for DLCs for Part 3. Yeah, that's long. Let me see what we got in the email.
Click on the thing button and then you swipe over to what's it called? They just dropped the price. Yeah, it ain't free. No, that's starter edition. You put this. We good.
How do I do it?
I feel like they played now. I feel like they played game.
But yeah. All right. So what time is it? Where we at with it? Okay, 1:15. All right. So shit. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show, man. You go ahead, follow Keezy on Twitch. That's Keezy.
Yes, sir.
THATZ
Y'all into the
KEEZY.
automotive sport. I be having that too. Also play a little bit of Arc Raiders, some Call of Duty, and I'm currently playing a new game called Neverless to Everless NTE. It's like it's an open world. You could drive your own car. You could buy businesses. You could race. You could do like kind of like how GTA is, just without all the extra like violence. You know what I'm saying? Reefers, stuff like that. But the game is pretty cool, man. You can also play it with friends. Yeah, so.
Yes, sir. You know, y'all can follow me everywhere. Dizzy McFly Gaming. Dizzy McFly Gaming on YouTube and Twitch. Dizzy McFly on all social platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Dizzy McFly. Yes, sir. And yeah, this is a wrap for episode 3, man. I'm about to start a new stream. We're gonna play this mixtape. We're gonna get into mixtape. Okay, all right, man. Hey, in gaming we trust, man. We out, man. Peace, 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 peace.
Then he ended it. Really ended it.
No, because he gonna have your name on the lineup there.
Hey man, yeah, man, have them follow me, man. That's what I'm saying. If they watch 2K.
Okay. We're gonna do another show probably like around like
What she said this?
I said we're gonna do another show probably like later on tonight, like when Junior get off of work, probably like around 5, 6. Do another like yeah, we already just streamed. Yeah, we just streamed the show. So I'm about to jump on this. Oh, Keezy.